Because there's just little things that you can do every day.
Heather Pitcher wants to help kids in Vermont make a difference.
We're hoping to give everyone ways to fix the issues, one step at a time.
Pitcher is a member of the Vermont 4-H Youth Environmental Council. The Teenage Council has been working together, planning a youth environmental summit. The result of their planning is this day-long conference, with workshops that range from composting and recycling to starting a garden at school and developing the skills to be an effective activist.
We have a theme today. It's speak out, act up, be the change, and that's really what today is all about.
More than 200 students and teachers from 34 schools around the state attended the conference.
The Youth Environmental Summit is all about youth discovering their voice around an issue that they're passionate about. So all the youth that have come here today have identified the environment as something that matters to them and that they want to make a difference.
Cars idling in the Barstow car pickup line have been consuming about $2,000 worth of gas and emitting both carbon monoxide and dioxide amongst other toxic gases into the air.
The idea behind the conference is to increase awareness and knowledge of environmental issues while helping students develop leadership skills.
I wish I had known this when I was young, that being under the age of 18 gives you so much more power. To talk to 200 young kids that are, self-described energy geeks is just fantastic. To see 200 kids that really want to understand what sustainability is. Everything from farming to what the result is of buying your plastic bottled water to how we do clean energy in this state it's really inspiring to see that.
Gabrielle Stebbins is the executive director of Renewable Energy Vermont. She was part of a panel that focused on Vermont's renewable energy future.
I would hope that some of the children walk away with a real sense of empowerment and a sense that even if it's not clean energy, that their voice counts, that their voice is not only the voice of the future, but it's the voice of today too.
Well, the environment is in pretty bad shape right now, and just because of all the oil that's being pumped and fossil fuels that are being burned and stuff like that. And if we don't pull ourselves together, then the environment's going to be wrecked, and the world will no longer be able to sustain human life.
Angus Fraser is in 7th grade. He's very concerned about the environment, and like many of the students here, Fraser is already working on making his school a greener place.
We're putting compost zero waste stations all over the school, which are compost, recycling, and trash. And we're banning the bottled water, and we're moving everybody towards bringing their own water bottles. And we want the school to be a greener place and go completely green with recycling and composting and stuff. And we want to reduce the amount of trash that we're sending to the landfill.
We wanted to have kids be looking at real-world applications for their education at the local and global level.
Taylor is a teacher at Main Street Middle School in Montpelier. Besides composting and recycling, the school focuses on reaching out to the community with a number of hands-on initiatives.
Kids understand that if they don't start addressing climate change issues, Vermont's culture is going to fundamentally change. Shorter winters, more powerful storms, events like Vermont Irene. And if we're not prepared to deal with those, it's not going to be good. So what we're trying to do is help kids understand and prepare for this changing future, and to also believe that they can become principles of change in that future, and that they can sort of recapture part of what makes Vermont such a unique place to work and live.
The school's efforts are being recognized.
Well, we've been invited to make a presentation to the Montpelier Public School Board tonight, and then we've also been invited by the City Council. And I think when kids are able to present their findings to the greater public, I think that empowers change, and it empowers kids to realize their education is really applicable to issues that are currently happening.
Taylor says that once kids understand that they can make change, conferences like this one are essential to help them figure out how.
We're going to discuss at school how we can make improvements, and we have to get together who we need to talk to about making the improvements and see what can be done.
People are choosing to These students, especially in middle school, are so ready to become active, and they have passion, they have great ideas, but they don't know about their voice.
Dagesse and her students came from Coventry to learn about activism and gain leadership skills to take back to their school. What message do you hope that they'll bring back to the other students?
First of all, that they can make change, that it's cool to work after school on a project that they know will enhance the community, not just their own individual lives, but that they can do something that will be meaningful for other people in the community.
Me and my friend Josh, we heard about Essex having a water fountain that can fill water bottles, and we thought that was a really good idea so we could stop buying plastic water bottles from the store. So we asked our principal if we could do that.
And he said?
He said that he'll try to find a grant to put one in.
Meghan Gervais is one of Dagesse's students. Along with getting the ball rolling on new water fountains, Gervais is looking forward to returning to school and sharing what she's learning today with her classmates.
I think we should do a big presentation in the gym in front of everybody in the school, so like the younger kids can start doing things now so they can actually make a big difference when they're older.
When all is said and done, our school will just be a greener, happier place.
So if you see a lot of these in your worm bin, that's a really good sign your worms are happy.
Helping kids become lifelong activists and leaders, and teaching them to find their voices along the way. The Youth Environmental Summit is just the beginning. In Montpelier, I'm Rebecca Gollin with Across the Fence.